Kabir Shergill smokes, John Abraham doesn't.
ये घर की पिक्चर है, ये सारी कास्टिंग कैसे हुई? You will have to tell us on behalf of Rohit, on behalf of your entire family.
I think जब पहले सब कैरेक्टर्स लिखे हुए थे, so there was Kabir and Junaid. और मैंने Sajid sir was on board already. मैंने जब पढ़ा तो obviously I had my eyes set on Junaid and I was like, you know, this is the character and I asked Rohit and Rohit asked me how much do you like the role. I said I love it, I really want to do it. But तभी मुझे नहीं कास्ट किया था because they said Rohit had felt that both the casting should be done simultaneously. As in अगर जुनैद की पेयरिंग हो रही है तो वो कबीर के साथ अच्छी लगनी चाहिए और कबीर की जुनैद के साथ. And he was very clear कि it should be a man boy, मतलब that dynamic होना चाहिए. So it was totally Rohit's idea that he wanted John from day one. I think Rohit said he wanted John. I think he discussed it with Sajid sir and Sajid sir thought it's a fantastic idea. उसके बाद I think they went to John. And I remember John when he heard it, and John actually heard about the film before I heard about it because John ने मुझे फ़ोन किया था कि मुझे लगता है, और मैंने पढ़ी भी नहीं थी उस वक्त, John ने सुना था कुछ, तो I told John कि John told me it's a fantastic idea and we'll make the best looking on screen pair, no offense. And,
it's okay.
And so I think that John and me came on board and there was this role of Ishika which was always a tricky role because it's a bit of a mysterious character. It's a character with grey shades कि क्या ये लड़की इन लोगों के साथ है या इन लोगों के खिलाफ है. Someone who has to be really, really sexy and innocent at the same time. So, you know, who has that vibe? And I think none other than Jacqueline Fernandez and Rohit met you.
Yeah.
Rohit met Jackie and I think he narrated her the role and she found it very interesting क्योंकि उन्होंने कभी ऐसा part play नहीं किया इसके पहले. You know, she's not only eye candy, she's part of the gang, she's doing a lot of stunts, she helps us solving the case. And this is how this team got formed of Team Dishoom and I can't personally think of any two other people to share this platform with.
Kabir in Dhoom and Kabir again. Do you think John, you're back to your 40s, is racy movies?
Yeah,
I personally think so. What do you think?
The audience enjoys seeing me in this kind of an avatar, and I think Dishoom's going to give them that John Abraham that they've been looking for. So it's a bright film, it's a cool film. It's got the look, it's got everything, it's got all the right vibes and the right signs around it.
But Varun, कहीं ऐसा हुआ कि Rohit is a brother and he pulled you up also that, you know, listen, you're not doing well.
He can't pull me up because
you need to.
No, honestly, no, there were differences for sure. I think that what differences जो होते हैं, they're always between actor and director. But me as an actor, and this you can ask anyone, I'm always ready to give more. So Rohit would have to like pull me back and say little less, you know. You're playing a cop, you're playing Junaid Ansari, be like that. I go out, I wake up in the morning wanting to give my 500%. Unless I'm down about something and I'm a little depleted, it's different. But 90% of the time, I mean, thank God for that. I get up in the morning, ready to like go to war where my film is concerned, give it all, you know, no matter what. And when I like a story, that's how motivated I am always. So that was never a problem.
I'm sure about it. Jacqueline, you with two boys, how did it feel? आपको लगा कि आप भी एक लड़के ही बन गए उनके साथ?
Actually, I did become one of the guys because I was not really treated any differently. We're all co-stars in this movie, so you know there really isn't any difference when it comes to that. And we're all equally there to make a film, equally there to play our characters and do a good job for the film. Yeah, in totality. So it's great. I mean, like like Varun said, like John said, it's a fantastic team, and a team really makes a movie. Can make a movie great. I feel so. Yeah, and I was just blessed to have like these cool kind of co-stars to work with. Rohit Dhawan, on direction, and yeah, a film like Dishoom kind of needs, I think, the kind of energies that they brought, to set every day.
You had to sweat it out at the gym with them a lot of times.
Definitely, but that's something I love doing, So I was really happy that, there was John, there was Varun. We were after shoot, no one would retire back to their rooms. We were like at the gym, we were working out, we were then, having our dinner together and stuff. We were watching what we were eating. So it's definitely going to be one of the fittest films that anyone, is really going to be watching because everyone, we're super fit in that film.
We shot, in Morocco, it was 42 degrees, 43 degrees. in the heat.
It was crazy.
I don't think other actors, I don't know any other actors who would be going through this. And we were shooting like 13 hours, man.
Yeah.
It was
And we're shooting in
hot.
that midday sun.
क्या करते थे मतलब वो शॉट देखे I mean नहीं शर्ट भी निकालते
Oh,
थे
we were in
obviously
full
but
clothes.
we were wrapping ourselves because you don't want to get sunburnt मतलब I tanned I'm so tanned in the film I'm like pretty much red
Yeah, the end of the film,
Yeah.
because like
You can
after
see.
all that shooting, you know, in the sun and the hot burning sun, we are like you can see our skin is just like.
I mean you
burnt
need that
and-
anyway in the film but we all were like kind of burned by
John
that.
is a champion at fitness, but
Yeah.
how did you end up smoking here for this movie?
Yeah, so
You
when
must
I,
have opposed it at some point.
Yeah. So first, Vicky, when I heard of the character Kabir Shergill and Rohit said, John, he said, bro, you got to play this character. And I said, yeah. And he said, he's a smoker. I said, hey, Rohit, I can't smoke, you know. I'm into fitness and my audience won't like it. And he said, you read the script. When I read the script, I realized that smoking was such an important part of the film.
Yeah.
Even in certain dialogues that Varun and Jacqueline tell me.
Correct, the
And
reactions.
what happens to me at the start of the film, जैसे एक डायलॉग मेरी जो पहली गर्लफ्रेंड है वो बोलती है कि सिगरेट मत पीना, you know,
It'll kill you.
it'll kill you, and I say मतलब गोली नहीं मार पाई ये सिगरेट क्या चीज़ है. So from there it starts and it goes on right till the last scene in the film. That smoking element is important, which is why I had to. And I think my character Kabir Shergill smokes, John Abraham doesn't.
How
Yeah.
did you drop it? ऐसा नहीं हुआ आदत हो गई?
नहीं वो addictive नहीं है. मेरा personality, I'm not addictive at all. I can smoke. During no smoking, I smoked 80 cigarettes a day. Here I smoked about 60 to 80 cigarettes a day. Shootout, I smoked about 60 cigarettes a day. But the minute the film gets over, the next morning, I don't touch a cigarette.
I feel sick.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's.
But he was feeling sick. I
I was
Yeah.
feeling
doing
sick.
So many takes.
I mean,
he'd be like,
Rohit
can't
ko I used to tell him, remember Varun, I said,
Yeah,
Rohit,
yeah,
just
yeah.
stop. I need to drink water because my throat is burning. And Rohit is a guy, if you tell him, Rohit, electric cigarette, he'll say, no, take the original one. You know? So he's.
So we spoke about his lips and now your lips. You kissed Jacqueline, I believe, is Spider-Man kiss. You kissed Parineeti. Tell us.
You
So
little
Jacqueline-
player, you.
How did you do that Spider-Man kiss?
But it was difficult.
It was difficult.
It was difficult. There were so many takes there.
You know, he was properly hanging upside down. Now, when you're actually hanging upside down, there's like blood rushing to your head, your veins are popping.
I'm sure it's
He had to give lines.
How many takes?
And
we had?
he had to be in that, you know, upside down position for like so long. I was feeling damn mad because I
Just
just had to
hung
sit
and
there.
you know the whole charmingness or the excitement that I have to do with the it's there because it's Jacqueline. I'm looking into eyes and you know we can fool and those dialogues come out in that way. But I remember by the end of the shoot I was like spinning.
Oh,
I
it was,
spinning.
yeah, it was
And
difficult.
yeah, and you have to see it because the scene ends up with something else. I mean,
Yeah,
John's also a
exactly.
part of it in some way, which you'll see the scene.
some way.
So working overtime, there's Parineeti also coming up.
Yeah, I just feel it's not. We don't need to make it now a big deal. It's
Come
it's nothing. It's no, I mean.
you kisser.
That's not even a kiss. I mean, come on, that's a
You
peck.
little player.
But you know, it's just the song, and we need to show romance, and we just had one song, and honestly, it was something which happened on the beat, and we discussed faking it, and it didn't make sense in today's day and age. So
You want to be diplomatic. Who was hotter, Jacqueline or Parineeti?
I think both are super hot, both are beautiful,
Hot in our
and,
special ways.
No, but he's asking who was hot.
Who was? I think they both are. They still are.
But you are being diplomatic now.
No, I'm not being different. I like both of them. I like both of them. That's the answer.
I would say Parineeti if I was you.
You would say?
Come on, say Parineeti.
I think both of them. I've got to promote to them for the next 4 days. That's it.
Good boy, good choice.
Jacqueline, tell us about that Kripan controversy now. What did you feel?
That was just really
Justified, not justified.
it was unfortunate, you know, like the sad thing is people, I guess, misunderstood, misinterpreted, and these things definitely do happen, misunderstandings, but you know, with surety can say that that was not a kripan, it was an Arabian sword, and I mean, you know, we wouldn't go to an extent to do something like that. That's definitely not
Yeah.
something that you would just miss and then put on a girl's, you know, belt, you know, for the sake of, I don't know, like making a fashion statement or something. That's not something you would do. We all have a massive respect for religion and cultures. So, but you know, unfortunately, they saw something, and that
They
was
felt a certain
they
way.
felt a certain way, and that was a sad misunderstanding.
But it got
It's been
cleared.
cleared.
It
yeah,
got
it's
cleared.
been cleared now.
Because
so that's
it was done in a very peaceful manner. They,
Yes.
according to the law, they have a right to raise and question, which they
Absolutely.
did. And according to the law, we have a right to clear the misunderstanding and answer, and that's what was done between
In
both the
an
parties. And
amicable way,
and
yeah.
in an amicable way, it was cleared.
Our waist, your waist, we are going little below. Yesterday you've been trolled for that. The
I
punch.
don't, honestly, I
You
don't.
must talk about
No, I'll talk about it, but I don't think I was trolled. Trolled is if there's someone saying negative stuff.
Yeah,
and
it's-
I didn't really get negative comments. I got comments where people were praising a certain part. So I don't know.
That
I
you
don't know.
fantasize about it.
Whatever.
So
So yeah. So
he was-
I mean, I honestly don't care about the issue. And I honestly, it didn't bother me. I mean, it is what it is. And certain
Yeah.
people felt something, they wrote something, and I'm cool with that
लेकिन
also.
आपको पता नहीं चला आप कौन सी फोटो
I didn't and किसी को नहीं पता चला क्योंकि 4 दिन बाद कमेंट आया.
Yeah, so some bright
पहले
person.
दिन पे क्यों नहीं आया?
Some bright
Think about it.
person.
After 4 days, I Instagram that picture and it was all cool and you read. And after 4 days, someone picked it up and it's fine. It doesn't bother.
John and you both. Box office expectations. What's your gut feeling for Dishoom?
I don't. I mean, I'm always nervous when I sign a film, and after that, there's no anticipation or no fear or anxiety when it releases. So I don't. Honestly, I'm the wrongest person to ask about box office expectation because I've done no
it's
smoking.
Very good. There's.
I've done odd films, but I'll tell you something honestly. I say this on record. I expect this film to do more than anybody in this entire
Expected.
cast does.
That's true.
Because that's the amount of faith I have in Rohit Dhawan. So, and I can guarantee, I can tell you this, and Rohit knows the amount of faith I have in him as a director. He's got me on his back.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I've not seen the film, but from day one of shooting, the way I saw Rohit just go for it, and the way I saw him just direct us, for us as actors, and the way I've seen him stylize everything and work with the DOP, it's just that everything was just so flawless. From that time, from my first sked, I knew, okay, this movie is going to be really big and it's going to look amazing. And then when I saw the trailer, the first trailer, I was like, okay, this is even bigger than what I expected. So I have huge expectations for it because for me, I've been there. I was part of the film. I've shot for the film. I've seen bits and pieces here and there, and story is really captivating. And yeah, so I'm super excited for this one.
आपके तो घर की पिक्चर है बताइए.
Yeah.
दो भाई सो नहीं रहे होंगे अब तक.
I get just a week. We are just a week away. So and this film means a hell of a lot to me. So do every film of mine does mean a lot to me. But more than just the box office side of it. When the year ends, we talk about films that were important, films that meant something to us. I want Dishoom to be that film. I want people to say that, "Arey yaar, wo bahut achhi film thi." Dishoom was a good film, man. These guys did a very cool film together. It was a cool film. It was a good film. I want this. I want people to come out and say this. Hits. A lot of people give hits. A lot of films do well. But to make a good film is difficult.
I look at it, it's mounted very well. I think full marks to Sajid Narewala.
Yeah.
He
Completely, Sajid gave me my biggest hit in Houseful too. And he's a good man, and we've grown to be friends over a period of time, and we understand each other. I think Sajid is, that's what makes him an exceptional producer, the way he mounts the film, and all credit to him for doing it. Fantastic job. But also, very important, Rohit is a very big director. Rohit thinks big. Because you need a director who thinks in that. अगर आप एक डायरेक्टर होता है जो ऑटो रिक्शा चला रहा है, अगर आप उसके हाथ में फरारी दे दो वो कुछ नहीं कर पाएगा.
Correct.
So Rohit thinks big, massive, and his scenes are massive. So I think it's a combination of Sajid and Rohit also.
So we'll conclude with the man who's not here with us, Akshay Khanna.
Yeah.
I think he's a wonderful performer. आपका क्या
Amazing.
experience रहा?
For me, I think he's the USP of the film. He's going to take people by surprise, and they want that. They want to just be taken by surprise by Akshay Khanna, and I think that's what his performance is in Dishoom. Vaga, he's an amazing actor. He's played this role, he's lived this role, and he's really good in it. So, अच्छा ही होगा.
I can't wait to see.
So he's making that expression on his face right now. John, what do you think?
I think Akshay Khanna, just for him to be in this film, really gives this film another level of credibility. And he's, if not the finest, one of the finest actors of our generation. So it's not only an honor to have him in the film, but it was an honor to actually work with him and see him perform in front of us, which I think was really, really special. And he's, like Varun said, he's done a fantastic job.
Wish you all the very best.
Thank you for making us nervous.
Thank you.
Make you nervous. And
Thank
Dishoom
you.
Should be a good film.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.